All right. Ready to go? Okay, sorry about that. Hi, welcome and good morning. I am Beryl Kaminsky. I'm the worship associate this morning. I currently serve this congregation. Well, actually, I'm kind of taking a hiatus after 2 stewardship campaigns, 2 auctions, and a Purge the Church rummage sale. So I'm not in a position as a leader at the moment. Thank you for being here with us, whether you're joining us in the pews or online. Today, the announcements, lunch bunch today will be at 12:15 at Beck's Prime, which is at 2615 Augusta. It's at Westheimer in Augusta. This is an informal gathering for fellowship and to continue conversations. All are welcome to join in, and if you're still a little new around here, we would like to invite you to join us as well. It's usually a very fun time. Between the service and lunch bunch, we will share coffee and conversation here in our gathering place just outside the sanctuary, or if you're online, you'll be able to join the other online attendees for social time, or Zoom. Do we know who's hosting that now? I thought Marilyn. Okay, Marilyn Rambo will host it today. I think her last time, maybe. This decision, she's going to spend more time with her family on Sundays, so Marilyn won't be doing it any longer, but today she will, her last time. We are grateful for her for 2+ years of hosting, but Zoom Coffee Hour is something that we'd like to continue, as for some folks, it is the only way they can attend Coffee Hour, and we don't want to exclude anyone. So, if you're interested in hosting the Zoom Coffee Hour, please see Reverend Ed or Hillary Ritz or Mary Cochran for more information. Are you new to UU? Are you interested in getting to know Emerson? We are interested in getting to know you. Join us after the service today at 12:15 in the library, which is room 203, to explore Emerson and Unitary Universalism. Light refreshments will be served. We would like to especially welcome our visitors this morning. We are very happy you have chosen to include this place on your spiritual journey. You should have been handed a welcome packet when you arrived. If you did not, we're sorry for that oversight. Please feel free to ask for one as you exit the sanctuary this morning. That welcome kit contains a yellow card just like the one in the seat back in your area. And you can see a few people might be holding them up for you. If you fill it out, we will put you on our twice-weekly mailing list to keep you connected. So whenever you are ready to take that step, feel free to complete the card and leave it in the offering boxes. There are 2 in the front and 1 in the back. I'm practicing to be a stewardess. And welcome to Emerson. We are delighted that you are here. And now, please join our prelude as we formally begin our service. And Julia will introduce it to us. Hear this young man perform almost every Sunday live. Starting in about 2 weeks, he will be here at this piano. Don't miss it. He's fabulous. Okay, and now, after that amazing performance, we transition into our sacred time together, a time of reverence, a time of attention, a time of intention. I invite you to join us in this time marked by the lighting of our chalice flame. So I would like to invite Julia or Ed, or who's going to light the candle? There's a big blank on the script there. Ed will light our chalice flame in the sanctuary, and I invite you, those of you at home, to light a candle where you are to join in spirit. We mark this sacred time with words, important words that bring us into a time of collective intention. As we light our chalice flame here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you joining us from home to light a candle again. Today, we hear from our second source, Words and Deeds of Prophetic People. This is Black History Month, and in honor of that this month, this and all our readings will come from Black Americans, specifically contemporary Black American women. Our chalice lighting this month comes from American author Toni Morrison, who died in New York City just 4 years ago at the age of 88. Please join me in reading these words together as they appear on the screen. Don't let anybody convince you this is the way the world is and therefore must be. It must be the way it ought to be. Emerson is a beloved community of faith, reason, and affection. We welcome all to grow in mind and spirit as we build a better world. We do this by gathering to seek, learn, and grow in the course of our work to promote love among each other, our congregation, and the wider community here in Houston. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or joining us on Zoom or on Facebook, we welcome you. No matter where you are in your personal spiritual journey, we invite you to live, learn, love, and grow with us. As a covenantal community, we aspire to promote love, fellowship, and social action, as well as support for your personal growth. Please join me in our welcoming. The words are on the screen. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you find yourself on your life's journey, whichever your pronouns, whether you've walked in or rolled in or dialed in, whomever you love, you are welcome here. Each time we are gathered, we hear words from one of the 6 sources of Unitarian Universalism. Today, we continue our month-long honoring of contemporary Black American women by hearing the words of American Marxist and feminist political activist, philosopher, academic, author, and professor at the University of California, Santa Cruz, Angela Y. Davis. Among her other accolades, President Nixon called her a dangerous terrorist, and President Reagan led a campaign to prevent her from ever teaching in California colleges again. It was unsuccessful. Here are her words from her 2016 book, Freedom is a Constant Struggle. Whenever you conceptualize social justice struggles, you will always defeat your own purposes if you cannot imagine the people around whom you are struggling as equal partners. And now, with our chalices lit and our hearts and minds centered, we often celebrate just a little more by singing a hymn. You may stand if you are comfortable doing so, or you may remain seated. But please help us raise our voices and sing. Our opening hymn is number 1010 in your blue hymnal, We Give Thanks.
The time in our service that we dedicate to telling the story of the service in a different way. And today we are reading a book, and I didn't have time to put the book up, I'm sorry. But the book is about a different kind of community. The book is written by, Carol Boston Weatherford, who I had not heard of before finding this book. And she has written, I don't know, about 90 children's books that I had never heard of. And they center around the Black community, which may explain some of that. But this is a book called The Roots of Rap. And it is about the hip-hop community, which is a community, and I'd like to just tell you about that community. And the story is told in hip-hop. So hip-hop is a style, it's a style of music, but it's a style of language as well. A friend of mine was the first person ever to get his PhD writing his entire thesis in hip-hop. And he's now a professor at the University of Virginia, but he got that, of all places, Clemson. Exactly. I thought it was funny too. So here goes the story. Folk tales, street rhymes, spirituals rooted in spoken word. Props to the poets, Hughes, Dunbar, published. Ain't you heard? Soul Man James Brown shouting, I'm black and I'm proud, giving birth to funk, bassline pulsing loud. The origins go way back beyond old school, but it is in the 70s that rappers started to rule. Crews with cans of spray paint tags on subway trains, writers from every borough take risk to make a name. Graffiti is thrown on buildings, bridges, and billboard signs all along Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and Bronx lines. The boombox-toting homie blasts out a home track on the corner. Passers-by, 4 deep, surround a street performer. With sheets of cardboard for stage, b-boys bust out moves, donkey, spider, robot, windmill, rock, lock, spin to break dance grooves. Jamaican DJs shouting toasts invent what's now called dub, remix with twin turntables at soul and reggae clubs. DJ Cool here in the Bronx, block party under his command, rocks and rocks nonstop, mic clutched in his hand. Dropping, scratching, beating, juggling, matching, wax on wheels of steel, wordplay, rhyming, triple timing, keeping the lyrics real. Sugar Hill Gang, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Curtis Blow, Biggie and the Fat Boys jamming on the radio. Nas, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, Tupac 2, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the message ringing true. Female MCs break it down, Salt and Pepper and TLC, Queen Latifah sports a crown, reigning like royalty. All around her kingdom, shorties raised on rap, boogie to fat beats in backward baseball caps. A generation voicing stories, hopes, and fears, founds on Hip Hop Nation. Say holla if you hear. From Atlanta to Zanzibar, youth spit freestyle freedom sound. Hip hop is a language that's spoken the whole world round. And that is our hip hop story about hip hop.
That was
What do you think
Artyom
about that?
Kuznetsov, Russia,
Thank you very
USA.
much. And now I invite Beryl to bring us into our offertory.
Each time we gather, we ask your help in fulfilling this church's mission. The success of this church and the principles we support is made possible by the work of our members and friends and by your financial support. We honor that support by striving to live the mission of this place fully and wholeheartedly. Here at Emerson, this collection does not go to funding our work, which is funded through our pledges of financial support. This collection each week goes to fund the work of important partners of Emerson who, in our opinion, live out our Unitarian Universalist values in our community and in the world beyond our community. The act of giving our financial support is both a transformative spiritual act and one way we live our values. 75% of today's offering will go to our February's Share the Plate recipient, Emerson's English as a Second Language program. The program was created in 2014 to serve the fast-growing immigrant population of Houston. We have served students from all over the globe speaking 12 different languages. After a COVID hiatus, the program is back and running strong, and you, the Emerson community, are its largest supporter. Please join us in this important work with your financial support. The remaining 25% of today's offering will go to Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels, which provides thousands of meals every day to Houston's homebound seniors. You can go to our webpage for online giving, put cash or a check in our offering basket, or mail a check to the church. There is no children's religious education programming this week. Religious education program will start up again next week.
Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled. Every day there is no hell to fear, no judgment day drawing near. Trust that inner voice you hear every day. Life's not a goal or race, it's about heart and faith and living a life of grace every day. Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day.
We come now to the time in our service where we separate for a moment from all those things that are outside, all those things that are troubling us, all those things that we carried in here with us, and we just settle in, if we can, to be one with everything, all, everything, just for a minute. So I ask you to find a place that's comfortable for you. Maybe put your feet on the ground, allow your back to rest against the back of the pew. And I invite you now to just hold silence. Hold those things you need to hold. Keep them with you. And let those things that you need to go, let them go. Just be at one with everything. We'll do this for a moment.
The very last candidate for the third round at Classic Piano International competition with interesting
the performance of these two.
City, everything.
As we re-enter this space together, I invite you to celebrate those things you have kept with you, say goodbye to those things you've allowed to leave, and be happy and at peace that you are here with us today, because we are happy and we are at peace because you are with us here today. And now I invite Julia to bring us into some special music.
Meditation.
Our second reading today is the end of our month-long tribute to the wisdom of contemporary Black American women as part of our appreciation for Black History Month. Today, the reading comes from American author, poet, and activist Maya Angelou, who died not quite 10 years ago at the age of 86. Amongst her other honors, she is the first Black woman to be depicted on a U.S. coin. Here are her words, a perfect ending to our small celebration of Black History Month. Won't it be wonderful when Black history and Native American history and Jewish history and all of U.S. history is taught from just one book, just U.S. history. And now we have even more special music from our choir.
This joy that I have, the world can give to me. This joy that I have, the world can give to me. This The world didn't give it to me. I found my peace. The world didn't give it to me. It's my peace I share. The world didn't give it to me. The world, no. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Not my joy. This joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. Joy. This joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. No. This joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. Not my joy. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Not my joy. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away.
That's a message, right? That's a message. Okay, so we're talking about community today. Community is an interesting topic, right? Community is a source of conflict, and it's a source of joy. So how does conflict and how does joy, how does community fit into our lives? Well, let's take a look at that for a minute. I decided this week that what I was going to do was I was going to look up some incontrovertible truth about what it means to be human. And the thing that I learned is that people don't know what the word incontrovertible means. Because some of the stuff that was on there was incontrovertibly opinion. But when you think about what is incontrovertibly, in other words, undeniably, you can't argue with it. What is something that cannot be separated from the human condition? I came up with three things, really. I came up with three things, and it took a lot of thinking to come up with only these three things. So here are the three things that I think are incontrovertibly part of the human condition. Thing number one, we are temporary, right? Either as individuals or as communities or humanity as a whole, we are temporary. We have not been here forever. We probably ain't going to be here forever. And with the one notable exception, right? People all come and go. We are temporary. Humans are temporary. Humanity is temporary. Boy, we fight that one, don't we? We do. We don't like that one. We fight that one. What else is incontrovertibly true about being human? Well, I would say that we are totally dependent on our planet. We don't do well floating around in outer space. So I would say that we are totally dependent on being here on this earth, right? Pretty hard to argue with that. I don't think anyone has lived off Earth, outside of Earth, forever without the aid of any sort of technology, period. So I'm going to say that that is incontrovertible. Will we maybe one day find a planet we can live on and get to? Yeah, whatever. But that's right now, incontrovertibly, we are dependent on Earth. And the third thing that I could come up with is incontrovertibly, we are dependent on community. Because we can't reproduce without each other. And babies don't do well on their own. Babies, you need to be born into a community of other people on this planet to be able to survive. So those are the three incontrovertible things I came up with about humanity. That we are temporary, that we are dependent on this planet, and that we need community. Babies are very fragile, and so I studied some other babies. Did you know that baby giraffes can walk within an hour of being born? What's like a really good human baby? Like a year? 8 months maybe? Like a crazy, he's walking at 8 months. Oh my God, they're walking, he or she is walking at 8 months. That would be crazy, right? 8 months. Giraffes, 1 hour. And sooner, possibly sooner. Baby sharks swim the moment they're born. Either hatched from eggs or born from their mamas. Sharks reproduce in a variety of different ways. Sharks swim immediately. Wow. These are two animals that don't need community as much as we do. Giraffes need some community. Sharks don't need any community. And get this. There's a reptile called, and I have to look, a Lambour's chameleon. This blew my mind. A Lambour's chameleon, now think about this, gestation period is longer than the lifespan. Think about that a minute. The gestation period is longer than a lifespan. So the parents will never see their children, and the children will never see their parents. What kind of crazy God put that thing on this planet, right? That is a weird thing. So talk about not living in community. There's no chance that a Lombard chameleon is ever going to live in community. As opposed to a human, no chance that a human's going to live without a community. You get the raised by wolves stories, but, you know. So, whether you believe that God designed us and put us here fully manufactured and designed, or whether you believe that there was a process where we evolved, or whether you believe some combination of the two. God designed the process without necessarily an outcome in mind, and we're it. However you believe that happened, these are incontrovertible truths about what it means to be human. Temporary, dependent on the planet, dependent on each other. And there are a whole lot. There are even lizards out there that can reproduce all by themselves. They don't need a partner. Right? That's not a bad idea when you think about it. Like, sorry, my wife's here. Joke wouldn't have been as funny had she not been here. Our relationships, my friends, are intricate. I woke up this morning, I flipped on the light. Light came. I turned on the water. Water came. I waited 4 or 5 seconds. It was warm. I had some food. I got on the road. The car. I got in the car. Car had gas in it. Got on the road. Drove here. I did none of that. I had nothing to do with the production of the electricity. I had nothing to do with the water, warming the water, creating the food, in this particular instance, driving the car, mining the petroleum. The intricacy of our relationship and our community is so tight, right? So much of what we do, so much of what we just take for granted has nothing at all to do with us in the most beautiful way. Now, I know from myself, I preach often on the conflict between culture and individual. And I know that I'm not gracious toward culture, and I'm not going to be gracious toward culture today either. Because my main premise here is all this individual, all this community, all this hard community that we are in, this intricate, dare I say, intricate, interdependent web, where have I heard that before? Interdependent web of which we are a part, right? All of this is this linking community. The way we're designed, either by God or otherwise, the way lives yells loudly at us that we are connected together in ways that we can't even sometimes see or imagine. And culture knows that. And they don't want you to believe that. So culture, our whole lives, has been yelling at us, you didn't do well enough on that test. You didn't run fast enough. You didn't sing well enough. You can't be in this group. You can't be with these people because you're not good enough at this. You're not good enough at that. Culture has been yelling at us our whole life to separate. You need to separate. You need to take the good ones and put them over there. You need to take the strong ones and put them over there. We've been finding ways to pull ourselves away from each other. That's what culture does for us, right? And culture gets really into it. Culture has invented lots of different ways for us to separate ourselves. I have just a few here that just came to mind quickly. Skin color, religious beliefs. Fighting a war right now over religious beliefs, aren't we? Money. You don't have enough money. You can't live here. You got to go live over there. Language. Oh, you don't speak the right language. We invent new ways to break up these communities every day. We're even inventing them now. We've invented sexual orientation as a way to break up communities, right? We've invented sexual identity as a way to break up communities. Not those people over there. Those people need special rules. What was it, 500 laws proposed, anti-LGBT law in Texas this year? 500 anti-LGBT laws in Texas. Oh, we must have fixed the healthcare problem. That must be all set. The roads must be all set. We must have food on every table. Everything is going to be all set because now we're dealing with the scourge of LGBT. Seriously, 500 laws proposed. That's insane. That's culture wanting to break us apart. Find different ways to break us apart. You guys are smarter, and I know this, you guys are smarter and wiser than I am. What are some other ways that our culture wants us to separate from each other? What have I missed? Technology, right? You have it, you don't, right? How about healthcare? Oh, education. That's a good one, sure. Yeah, education. Yeah, sure. Standardized testing. That's a good one, right? That's a real good one. I learned when I was putting my kids through college that what the SAT score is a way of measuring how much money your parents have and how much they're willing to pay to get you a tutor to pass the SAT. That's what the SAT score does. Don't let them fool you. Physical ability. Beautiful. Sure. Right? You guys can't play these games because, right? What else am I missing? Ways that we separate. Job status. You don't have a job? Sure. Internet access. Oh, sure. What? College. Whether you've been to college or whether you've not been to college, right? Education. Oh my God, I missed it. Yes. Right. The simplest thing, right? That's the oldest one too, right? You guys go over there because you're inferior. Where'd we make that up? Look at all the ways we've made up to separate ourselves, even though our own biology is screaming at us that you need to be together. Why do we do this? What is the point of all of this? We spend our time, we spend our money, we fight wars, all in the search of what? Another ounce of power? Another couple bucks? This is what we're doing. This is what we've chosen to do. Our culture tells us from day one that we as individuals can achieve. Set goals, do more, live less, take less. Take stuff from other people. Let's set up rules that let you take stuff from other people. We got to make it legal, of course. Exploit the least among us. Remember that? Somewhere in my lifetime, maybe it's just my observation, but somewhere in my lifetime, we went from those to whom much has been given, much will be demanded. We went from that to from those to whom much has been given, much more will be expected to be given. Didn't we? Wanting what we want and expecting what we expect is gone from not being just acceptable, it's gone from being desirable. Our culture needs us to desire the transient in life and eschew the permanent. Our culture needs us to desire the profane and eschew the sacred. Our culture knows that if we knew the power of truth and the power of community, our culture would be forced into bankruptcy. Have you noticed the decay of our culture? Have you noticed the decay of our culture? Have you seen it? I mean, all you got to do is, have open eyes. I think it's kind of everywhere. Have you noticed the decrease in participation in religious activities? Do you think that there might be a connection there between the two? I'm not talking about participating in a religion that says they have the answers, that tells you what to do. I'm talking about the aspect of religion that puts us in a beloved community, puts us into intentional beloved community, working here and now on this beloved community, and working here and now to resuscitate that beloved community, the one outside of these walls. Outside of these walls and inside of these walls, a community where nobody is excluded because of the circumstances of their birth. That is easy to say and hard to do, isn't it? A community where everyone works toward a goal, a mission, or a vision. Where individual agendas are heard, but a collective agenda is decided upon and moved toward. We will never get anywhere, folks, one at a time, right? Where we will really move this argument between culture and the individual, between culture and community, this culture that wants us to separate, that needs us to be separate. It needs us to be separate from the community because we are too powerful for it when we are together. That community where those who have little are sheltered by those to whom much has been given. That community, I ask you, is Emerson one of those communities? Can Emerson be one of those communities? I think we can. I think we may already be, but I think we certainly can. Every UU church has this motto where they say, oh, we are a beacon of liberal blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? I have seen that beacon language used 50 times, and I've seen it be true twice. We don't use that language. We don't put that on ourselves here. We're not a beacon, right? Just be who you are. Be a place. Be the beloved community that looks at the culture that wants to divide us and say, I'm not doing that because these are my people, and I'm not doing that. And when I look outside in the rest of the world and I see that brokenness, I know that I can't do it out there either, because my God calls me to be one, to be part of that interdependent web in a way that is difficult. Because if it weren't difficult, folks, it wouldn't be worth doing, right? Can I get a little teeny tiny amen? Amen. Do you think Emerson can be that community? Can I get another little teeny tiny amen? Amen. Thank you. There we go. This is the battle of our lives, I think. It is not the battle between the blue team and the red team. It is not any of that. It is the battle between what culture wants you to do and what your soul wants you to do, what your spirit wants you to do. And this is the place where you come to say, no, wait a minute, what? How come? Why? What are you doing? That's what this church is for you. And I hope one day it can be that for many other people as well. Can I get one more little amen? Amen. We are not good at the amening, and we're going to work on that. We are going to work on that. We are going to work on that. And now I invite you, as you feel comfortable, to join us by standing, or you can stay seated. However you want to join us, just join us, please, in singing our second hymn. I love this hymn, When Your Heart is in a Holy Place. Can we get a little love for our musicians this morning? I just want to say. Huh? Unfortunately, I think we're going to be needing a new pianist. Because, come on, you don't win the world championship of piano. He's going to be on David Letterman or whatever the hell he's called. Yeah, sure, you just did.
Artem has 2 church positions, and We're his favorite. So I just want to. So there.
Beautiful. Still, I mean, if you're going to be on Jimmy Fallon, you probably can't be here. Wow. I knew he was good. Two quick announcements on the topic of community. This Friday, we didn't get enough notice to publish this fully, okay? But this Friday, some friends of ours, the American Atheists and a group called America United, will be showing a movie Friday, and there will be a panel discussion afterwards. I will be on the panel I will be the religious person on the panel. Okay, if you say so. And then there'll be an atheist, and then this movie, thank you to Hillary for connecting us, by the way. Hillary connected us. This movie is produced by Rob Reiner, so it's serious stuff. And it's about the rise of Christian nationalism in the United States. So if you're not doing anything on Friday, even if you are, cancel what you were going to do and come Friday. The movie is actually free. No, it's not here. So because we only had a few days' notice, it will appear in this Wednesday's e-blast with the date. It's up in the Heights. Everything is there, okay? It's free. It's at a place called 14 Pews. I don't know if you've been there. It's a converted church. So I would love to have some friendly faces in the audience. I don't think it's going to be hostile. Nobody thinks it's going to be hostile, but I would love to have you there. And then there was a second thing I wanted to say, but I can't remember. So we'll just move on. And we have arrived now at the part of our service where we must extinguish our beautiful chalice flame. I will extinguish the flame. This flame has served as a reminder to us that our time together this morning is sacred, a time set apart. And I'd like to read the words of my friend, Reverend Brian Kiley, who was the minister in Edmonton, Alberta. The chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and hearts and souls of each one of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place and share it with those you know, with those you love, and most especially with those you have not met yet. We are so grateful for your presence this morning. For those of you who've joined us on YouTube, please feel free to join us on Zoom after we end our live stream. And this is your last Zoom coffee hour until we can find someone to run Zoom coffee hour. I would like to, I don't know if she's there right now, I can't see, but I would love for everybody in the building here to give applause to Marilyn Rambo for her 2 years. Thank you. I hope you can feel that love, Marilyn, if you're there. For 2 years, she ran the online coffee hour, and now she has an opportunity to spend more time with family. And she sort of came to me and said, do you think it would be okay if I did this? Of course, we would love for you to do that. And we are happy that you've done it as long as you've done it. And so thank you to all of our online attendees. Everybody else, you can join us for coffee. We look forward to hosting you again soon. But before we leave, may we, in the course of this week, be more and more aware of the communities of which we are part. May we be more and more aware of our individual part in those communities. May we be more and more aware of how those communities co-create our journeys with us. And may we be more and more aware of how we co-create their journeys with them. Amen? Yeah, we're getting better. We're getting better.